My short arms.
All right, welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We're your hosts. I'm Kate.
I'm Brianna.
I don't know what kind of blaze I am today.
You're chic blaze today.
Yeah, Cruella de Blaze.
Cruella de Blaze.
If you wore those with an all-black outfit, it would actually be so insanely chic.
Wow, okay.
And if you were feeling really adventurous, like a red lip.
Ooh, I love a red lip on a blonde.
You do
Me
look
too,
really good.
with the red, too. My mom says we all look good in red lipstick, by the way. You know,
Thank
she
you.
wouldn't say that if it wasn't true.
No, she would not.
Thank
June,
you.
right? Is that what her name is, June?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Well, to tell the listeners, I have to wear these glasses because I had an unfortunate incident over the weekend with my eyes. I'm a new contact wearer, I guess, kind of. And I was opening a can of... It was a weed drink, you know, the devil's lettuce in a drink form. And they have weird fucking tops on them.
Yeah, the plastic
They do.
ones.
They said no kids can open these and no people can either.
I certainly can't.
No.
So I'm struggling with the can. I open it, and, like, it has a tiny little hole at the top. And I assume is, like, the locking mechanism. I don't know. But I open it, and it... right into my eyes, nowhere else.
The
Just
worst.
my two eyes. And I had contacts in, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. You know, Jeff's laughing. It was funny. And I'm just, how? How did this happen?
Did I just do drugs?
Yeah. I'm immediately high.
Okay, deal.
Right into my eye. Oh my God. So I'm wearing these glasses, you know, because I don't want to scare anyone with my eye issues.
Understandable. But I love those glasses.
Thank you. I'm going to take more of this alcohol to calm my nerves.
more.
I'm so angry at it.
Okay, well, yeah, I was going to say, for the listeners who can't see, it is a glass of Brut Rosé and a champagne flute. She's like, I'll just take some of this alcohol. It's like a beautifully poured, a very...
It's like probably the classiest thing that's been consumed on this podcast.
Certainly. A very
date.
persistent perlage with the bubbles. Crystal from Ireland. Look at us. We've come a long way from last week.
I was going to say, did you not notice the Claudia?
Oh, I noticed.
Look at how beautiful she is.
I like
we
it.
We have cameras now. I think we should discuss...
It's like we're getting married. Our wedding toast, our Claudia.
Right, because I'm just with like this like
right, you're
chunky.
the like officiant. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Listeners.
Cheers, listeners.
Yeah.
I think we
Thanks
should...
to you.
Because we mentioned that we were filming last week, but we were just like practice filming because I got new software to edit. And it did not...
It went badly.
It was bad.
It was bad.
We used GoPros, and any podcast people are probably like...
Idiots.
Idiots. Yeah, not good.
But like, again, building the plane as
And
we're
free.
fucking flying. And yeah, we're doing all of this ourselves. Like, we don't have like a studio budget yet.
No, but I did splurge this week on Amazon. There was a spring sale.
Cheers to you.
Thank you. And I got these actual like streaming level cameras. So this is really, I think, and this is probably the best it's looked since
They look
we've
good.
started. Yeah.
We look good.
Yeah.
We look good. 'cause
Well,
we
y'all
did-
look good.
We were doing phones for a while, which was not working. The amount of it was alarming.
Yeah, it was like 20 gigs for one video. And we're like, this can't go on.
I just didn't realize how, like, I'm sure you found the same thing when you were looking for the microphones, like how much you really have to purchase to make it look professional.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's
is
a
not
lot.
easy. Yeah. And a lot of money.
And the storage that you need to like
Oh my God.
edit everything and put it
The
somewhere.
time, too. Like, I mean, shout
I don't
out
wanna
to
talk about the time.
influencers doing it on their own. I can't even imagine.
No, hard pass.
Oh my God.
I would die without you both.
Yeah, luckily we all have like enough set of skills to do all the things that it requires, but it's...
Well, Blaze and I have technically like I have a BFA. Do you have a
I
BFA?
don't know.
Yes,
No.
I'm a scientist.
We know. Yeah,
A
you have
Bachelor
a
of Science,
we know.
So
I think I actually do have a Bachelor of Science, actually. I don't know.
I think you do too. I thought
Yeah,
I
because it's a
remembered
business
that.
degree, actually, technically.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Then I have a BFA.
So you're the artist, we're the scientists, in case the listeners were curious.
Do we have any top of the order items today?
Your trip.
Yeah, Mexico. Maverick and I went to Mexico. We had a little, honestly, he was very insistent that it was not his birthday trip, but like it was
He
on
says
his
that
birthday.
every year about his birthday.
I know.
It's
And
so
like,
funny about his birthday.
I know. And I'm glad we got to like do something just because like winter's been tough and like the last few months have been a lot. And by that, I mean like I have been a lot. So like I'm glad we got to do something like that he really wanted to do. Because I like came home one day and he was like, do you want to go to New Orleans in like 2 weeks? And I was like, I mean, I always want to go to New Orleans.
Right.
I love New Orleans.
The most goth town there is in the U.S.
All the goth.
Yeah.
Dr. Panda's going soon for a bachelorette party, and I was helping her like with some of the restaurants and stuff, just getting like so jealous.
I've never been.
We have to go.
That's where we should go.
We
Our
should
first
do a
pod
girls trip. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh.
It is.
It's great.
the food and like the music, like everywhere you go, like Frenchman Street, the music is just amazing.
Stinky though. Stinky like puke.
I mean,
a lot of puke.
If you, Bourbon Street does reek, but like you can kind of avoid it. Like
You can. It's.
you turn down and you're like, oh wow.
I've never like smelled a smell outside of vomit because it normally just what's the word? Precipitates? No, that's not the word. Dissipates.
Yeah. Well, you're like below sea level and like it's, there's so much of
almost.
it that like, you're in a swamp. Like it's there.
You're like in the bowl of vomit.
But then you like turn the corner on a different street and it's like largely gone.
And a cemetery.
It's like a 300-year-old cemetery and you're like, wow, here I am.
It's, oh my God, I love New Orleans. Yeah, that's what we should do. But we got carried away. Anyway, I was like, like, of course I would like to. I'd always like to go to New Orleans. But like, he basically, like, he had a companion ticket too that he wanted to use. And I was like, we should really use it to go somewhere like you want to go. And like, again, it's winter, it's dark, it's gray. Like, I know you want to be just laying on a beach / in a pool. So like,
for your
think
birthday.
about that. Yeah. And so he was like, all right, like Mexico it is.
Yeah,
So,
good call.
and we had just like a great time. We stayed a little bit north of Tulum.
Ooh.
And we toured the ruins and we swam in a cenote and in a lagoon, which
Dude,
was
there is nothing like a cenote. You literally feel like you're in like Jurassic World to me. You feel like you're like in another time altogether.
it's really cool. I will say we snorkeled in this one lagoon and it was where, I mean, maybe this is the definition of a lagoon and even I should know this as a scientist, but like it was where like the ocean water met like fresh water. So like one, it was these like gigantic like rocks. So you're swimming like through these big rocks and like there's fish everywhere, all kinds of fish. It's like crystal clear blue water, just swimming with these fish. It was incredible. And like where the water meets, like the two kinds of water, like sometimes it would be totally clear and sometimes it would look like oil and water, like just kind of, oh my gosh. It was, and again, just like being able to swim like with these fish, it was so cool.
What kind of fish?
All kinds. I mean,
Did you do snuba?
tropical fish? No, we did not. We just snorkeled. I thought of you when I was snorkeling. I was like, oh, Brianna would be not enjoying herself because you're talking about the breathing.
Oh, so did you guys do like oxygen tanks?
No, we were snorkeling, not scuba diving.
Oh yeah, no, I did like a tank one where I was like, it was in my mouth at all times. Yeah, but it was terrifying. Would not recommend for people that I didn't know I was going to be afraid of it. I guess is what I would say. Like, I just didn't think it would be something I would be freaked out about. And
At least you tried it.
It took a lot of deep breaths.
Yeah. Snorkeling's brutal too. If you go too deep, goes right, that seawater right in your lungs.
You just have to,
Not do that. Yeah, I know. You just have to not fuck it up.
No, that was the cool. Like I could have done that truly all day. Like that was really magical. And like the cenotes are really cool too. And yeah, we saw like the old ruins, like the Mayan ruins, which was really just like incredible to see like a structure that was still standing, like so old. And like we saw like technically like the oldest lighthouse in Mexico.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cool. I mean, it was really crowded when we toured the ruins, which was like kind of a bummer. But like, we're tourists.
Is this like spring break time too?
For some people, it was. Yeah, it wasn't very like
all of March is like risky.
Yeah, and where we were, like, we weren't at like a spring breaky place, but like on the like plane and like the airport, we were like with a bunch of the spring break like crew. But
did you fly into Cancun?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that airport, like when you land in there's like literally like just bars outside of it.
Yeah, we didn't
wild.
Like hang out there.
No, I know, but I just mean like that's like that airport is such a like spring break hub.
The airport is so fun.
It was.
I wouldn't say fun, but it is like it's meant for like you get off there and they're like, let's start drinking now.
Wow.
No, and
not for me.
Maverick loves a beach cocktail. Like,
yeah, it makes sense.
I love an old man drink, but like Maverick loves like
a pina colada.
Yeah.
What? Like Dale?
Dale loves a pina colada.
Girly drink men? What is this?
I will say a pina colada when done right. We had one in Hawaii that I'm going to dream about until I die. Like fresh coconut, whatever, like fresh pineapple. And we had one here that was like pretty good. And I was like, you know what? These are good. Like I get why people like these, but we drink a lot of margaritas.
When they're not like powdered.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't really like rum, but like again, a pina colada is just like, oh, what a nice like little treat. And we drank a lot, again, like a lot of margaritas. I am not like a sweet drink fan, really. I mean, we're drinking Brut Rosé, but like it's, I guess that's like as sweet as I normally go.
What does that mean?
Well, it's like sparkling and like a dry sparkling, but it's still a rosé, so it's like a little sweet.
Kirkland brand,
Costco. Baby. Like we're drinking a very elegant Brut Rosé.
An 1856.
1850. No, it's probably, I would venture a guess to say 2025. Still very delightful. But anyway, I discovered, I like a mezcal margarita, but Maverick was drinking a lot of mango margaritas, and I had like a spicy mango margarita a couple times. I was like, these are nice.
That's what you want on a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not really a sugary drink person, but I was like, I get why people
I can
like
fuck with
these.
this. Yeah. We had, have you guys ever had tamarind? Like it's like
I've heard of it.
yeah,
but I can't
we
remember
had
what it is.
tamarind margaritas when we were in Mexico. And
It's like a spice?
it's a fruit, but it has like a Jarritos makes like a soda
Oh.
with them. So maybe we should try those on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you didn't throw up?
I didn't say that.
I would say
It sounded like it was fun.
I would do a mezcal situation. I love mezcal.
Yeah, I do too.
We could do a mezcal situation, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I really only drink. I drank in Mexico, but I've kind of been off alcohol. But I could enjoy a cocktail on this pod. Maybe we should do that.
We are. Well,
I know
a real
but
one.
Last week we weren't at our best.
Desperate times.
I'm not judging.
We ran
Are
out of
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
correct. I'm not judging myself. I'm not judging Blaze.
Oh, I wouldn't
did
care.
what we had to do.
It was your idea.
The warm tequila was not my idea.
I put an ice cube in it and it didn't work.
No, it was better in theory.
You did your best.
Yeah. We ran out of the good coffee liqueur that you got me for my
I know.
birthday.
We go to Meyer every Sunday, so I'll try to grab some this Sunday when I go. Every Sunday, we have our Sunday routine. I hate. I know you don't agree with me on this, but I hate that Meyer because it's so big, it's so bright.
No, I know.
I can't find anything.
No,
in
like
it.
massive grocery store is like a fun time, but like,
How do you not find anything if you go every Sunday?
yeah, come on.
Like what?
It's still huge.
Okay, but like
But you go
should
every
know the
Sunday.
store
Yeah,
by
but sometimes
now.
there's things that I'm looking for that I haven't looked for before.
But like you know the areas of
It's
things.
too big for me to memorize the
my
entire
God.
size of that crowd.
It's just a Meyer.
Okay, I do have to share. So we get like message requests, right? Like on Instagram. And I don't know why I was checking, but I was looking and I was like, oh, we have a message request. And a lot of them are like, hey, we're big fans of your content. You know what I mean? Like, we'd love for it to be like a brand deal with you or
It's
whatever.
troll shit.
It's all
Yeah.
troll shit, but I just thought it was really funny because this one was probably my favorite. Your profile caught our eye, and we believe your warm, nurturing vibe would blend beautifully with our adorable baby essentials.
Ooh, wow. No.
They
No.
have got us misunderstood.
And a lot of dog stuff.
Oh, whatever.
This is not the energy that I'm trying to give off.
No,
No.
Pippa. Oh, we thought Pippa died last night, by the way. She's alive.
Of course, she'll
What?
never die.
Yeah, so
False
like,
alarm.
you know, dogs like dream and they twitch and like
They're
they're,
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes their eyes are a little bit open because dogs have that double eyelid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Pippa was like dreaming and she's never done that before. Like in the
27 years she's been
right,
alive.
yeah, I've
In all 4 decades of her life.
right, yeah, I've never seen her do that. And like we were going like, Pippa, do you want to go outside? Like Pippa, do you want? And you know her, she's like, what noise? Rrr. And she would not wake up. We had to like shake her awake.
You're
So
like, finally.
I think the end is near.
Well, why did you think she was dead if she was making noise?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't making noise at first.
Oh, she was just like asleep, like.
Asleep and like this.
Oh, okay. So you thought she was like knocking on death's door.
Yeah, like I
She
was like,
sees
is she
the light.
seizing? Yeah.
I think she's very comfortable with death. I think she knocks on death's door regularly for fun, but I don't think she'll ever go through it.
She's yearning for it, but won't make the commitment.
We'll make that commitment, yeah.
Right. Death won't come for her. Death is like, ooh, I don't want that.
You're like,
No.
you stay down there.
We're good. You don't. We
Don't need your kind here. More Pippa slander? This is my favorite.
No, she's
We
an
can
old
go all
lady.
day. It doesn't matter. She'll live another 13 years minimum.
Probably. Oy, oy, oy.
We're going to be introducing our grandkids to Pippa.
Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, it's not what I want. I'm just
She's just like she has to be carried in a sling everywhere she goes.
At that point, like, it's time to go.
Yeah, I was about to say God's calling her home, but I don't know if
I
that's
don't
God.
think he is.
Not God. You know who?
God.
We don't say his name anymore on this podcast.
No,
we have too
you
much
learned.
stress.
You learned.
Feral behavior, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am the keeper of the feral behavior this time around. This was actually requested by some listeners, and I don't even really know where to begin. Yeah, so when I was in high school, I believe it was my senior year, I had a little crush on Blaze's cousin.
Deeply, deeply unsettling.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like didn't know you guys were cousins for the longest time because you guys like did not hang out or like engage or like
We didn't speak. We
You
did
also
not get
don't
along.
look alike either.
yeah, you do not look alike.
There's no like familial resemblance.
Certainly not. No.
We never got along since day one. I don't know what it was.
That's
we
so
just
funny.
never did.
Because I feel like I kind of look like my first cousins, but you guys don't look alike at all.
No.
Huh.
I don't know.
But I had a crush on him and I expressed that in my journals, which I will find. They're in a box somewhere. And it wasn't like a super like long lasting, like intense crush, but like, you know, it was high school. It's like very dramatic entries in my journals.
So I think we should tell the listeners, you know, a little backstory that you had a crush on my cousin while you were dating E12,
Yes, I did.
who went pretty far in the bracket, I think, right? A couple rounds.
Further than we expected, but not super. He was in the egregious 8, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. But yes, I did have a crush on him. And these journal entries, I'm going to have to find them. Like, I'm going to really have to dig when I get home because, like, they have to be so funny.
If I remember correctly, they were just very dramatic for like no reason. Like you were so tortured by the fact that you had this crush and you were so guilty.
About like having a crush while dating someone else.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm such a slut.
Yeah, they were wild.
You were literally like the opposite definition of a slut. Like you, like virgin prude. But anyway.
Right, yeah.
I didn't think about it, whatever. It obviously went away as like I, you know, went to college, like became
Your brain
an adult.
developed.
Yeah, my brain developed. And so then Blaze and I lived together throughout our 20s on and off. It was such a special time.
Wonderful
I still
time.
miss it. We were perfect roommates.
And not all best friends can say that, listeners.
No.
But all of our strengths and weaknesses.
And chore preferences.
chore preferences. That's what I'm talking about, really.
Yeah, perfectly complemented one another.
Exactly.
And during this time, at one point, we were renting a house, Blaze's aunt's house.
My auntie's house, who requested this story.
Yes, if you're listening, hello.
Shout
Here
out
you
to
go.
my aunties.
Shout out to you. And so they had made a cutout, like a large cardboard cutout of this guy.
Like a standee, right?
A standing one. Yeah, because you had some like big family party that he couldn't make.
We had a big family party. I can't remember what it was. Maybe like my grandparents' like wedding anniversary, something like that, or a big birthday. And he wasn't able to make it. But my one auntie is like, she's like the photographer. She's the scribe of like the family. She's always got the camera and she's good at Photoshop. So she created this life-size cutout of my cousin for one of us to hold up in the photo, so
he
he
was,
could
like,
be like
present.
in the photo.
Yeah. And so that was, we were renting her aunt's house and that was in the house. We like found it in the basement.
It was
Oh,
in the basement.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so for a while, we were like just moving it around the house to like freak each other out. Like I put it in your bed one time.
I hated that. Every second of it.
We put it like in the living room, like in the kitchen. Like we just like moved it around to like kind of freak each other out.
Yep. Oh, and she put it in my bed because this was when I was working at the bar at this time. I come home at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and I'm like, ah!
You like believing there's a man in your
Oh,
bed.
I like tucked it in
100%.
too. I like put it under the covers.
Under the blankies. Yeah, it looked like a person. Oh,
Like the American Girl doll.
Yeah, pretty much. And
So
we
bad.
put it in, like at one point we put it in a rocking chair in the basement and some guy came over to like work on some part of the house.
he came. It was like a plumber or something. Like the
Yeah.
plumbing was fucked up, and we forgot that we put it in the rocking chair in the basement.
Like,
and we put
in
a
the
blanket
corner,
over it, like to make it look like it had legs, and
like,
it was.
facing the door too. Like you could see it wasn't like being stored. It was like sitting in the chair.
No, because the basement had like
Wait,
a like
did it
a
have
sitting
legs?
area. No, it didn't have legs.
Okay,
it was just
so
like
it
the
was
body.
waist up.
It
Okay.
was just like the bust. The bust.
Like a Roman bust.
Exactly.
Sure,
Exactly.
if you want to think of it that way.
And their basement had like a sitting area, but like no windows because it's a basement. But it had like they had like a piano and a couple of chairs, just like random, and this rocking chair. And so we put it in there and put a blanket to look like it had legs.
Like an old man sitting in a chair.
Exactly. And like
I think
again,
I said something
forgot about it.
Yeah, I was like, sorry if that's
No, he said something. I think, or like I think one of us went down there to like check on it maybe, and we're like, oh my god. We're like, oh fuck. I think you and I were like, what are we gonna do? Like he probably thinks we're insane. Like, do you think he's okay?
No, we said something because I remember him being like, yeah, I thought that was weird.
Yeah, no, we said something after we remembered. We put it there and we're like,
Yeah.
oh, really? Sorry
Yes.
about that fucked up thing down there.
Yeah, like it's just a prank we play on each other. He was
Yeah.
like,
At least
yeah.
it's not like, like you turn the light on and it's just like a light on him.
It like pretty much was though.
Yeah, because it was like sitting in the dark corner of the room.
Oh.
So when you, yeah. uh-huh.
Yeah, it was staring right at that man.
Look, it was funny. And anyway, I came to the realization though, I was like, literally, if something happens to Blaze, like I am suspect number one. Like, how scary do I look if like the police find like I'm gonna have to lawyer up immediately. Like my journals in the house, because like I would like keep my journals with me. Like
your sad handwritten book.
My sad handwritten book, like
about my cousin, and
and like how like I yearned for him, and like living in his family's home with his cousin, and like if something happened to you and then they saw that like cardboard cutout like in your bed, like I'd be arrested, and like I understand why. Like
you look like obsessed.
Well, like, what if it was, like, no context? Like, what if you became friends with Blaze after the fight?
Oh, like, after the crime?
Yeah,
That's
that would have been
story
so
they
much
could have
worse.
made in the media.
Yeah.
They totally could have made that story. Like, oh, wow, she, like, had this
I
crush
would've.
on this guy. She befriended this girl so she could, like, you know, be best friends and moved into her aunt's house.
That's what I would have done if I was on the other side.
If someone, like a Swiftie or something, tried to connect any dots, they could do it.
You're Hailey Bieber.
And, like, what am I going to say? Like, no, this is a coincidence? Like, who would believe that?
Not
No
the
one.
media.
No, exactly. Not the fans.
Not the Netflix documentary.
No, certainly not. I mean, that's really the crux of the story. Like, thank God you are okay for a multitude of reasons. But, like, also, I mean,
Still alive.
the story they could have told about me. And, like, it's so funny. It's like, I had such a crush on him for that short window. And I remember I saw him. It was, like, sophomore, junior year of college, I think. Like, we had mutual friends who, like, had, like, a party or a bonfire over, like, Christmas break. And we were over there. And I remember he showed up in a suit. Like,
To the college party.
no. This party was like in our hometown, like in this area, because everyone was like home from college. You know what I mean? So like he showed up in a suit, and obviously I assumed he had like come from work, and I was like, oh hey, like did you come from work? You know, work or whatever. Like you're an intern, like whatever, a natural assumption. And he was like, oh no, I just kind of dress like this, and I was like, okay. He's like, it's just easier, and I was like,
It's not.
I just couldn't care to like even do that, and like I remember thinking like. A, like, how could I have ever had a crush on this guy? And B, to your point, like, no, it is not easier for you to dress like that. Because, like, not only, like, were you not coming from, like, let's say, like, your internship or, like, your job. Like, you weren't. You were coming from your parents' house during winter break in college. So, like, the clothes you have on you are, like, clothes you brought home from the dorms or clothes that you left. So, like, sweatshirts, T-shirts, like, jeans. Like, you know what I mean? You're not, like, bringing your dress clothes around with you. So you like went the extra mile to like really dress, and no one there. This was not a party where people are dressing up, to be clear. It was like, again, like a bonfire. Like we were drinking in someone's basement. Like it was very casual. Everyone was in sweatshirts. Everyone was in jeans. And I remember being like, oh, it's just like easier for me to dress like this, like in his tie. And I was just like,
Oh, a tie?
yes, he was wearing a tie, like a suit and tie.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it wasn't like a button down and jeans, which like totally reasonable.
Or like I would say like if you were wearing like a suit with like a button down, like maybe unbuttoned,
you would have said it was fine if he was wearing a suit.
it would have been better. That I mean, the
at that
tie is
point-
what really like takes it that like one notch.
It's just a level of pretentiousness.
It was so
that's all you need
pretentious.
to know.
And I was just like, oh, what was I thinking? Those journals, and who'd even believe that I didn't think that was true anymore?
Well, and then it's like she saw him at this college, this post-college
she
party.
kept in touch with him.
She kept in touch. I'm telling you, we could write this.
No, absolutely. Like if I were on the other side of this legal case, like that's what I would say.
Right.
If you were a crime junkie with absolutely no facts, like you could connect those dots, and I'm sure somebody would.
I could.
Absolutely. And like, why wouldn't you? I mean, the key is the journals, right?
It's the journal. They were insane. I remember you reading them to me in that home. I'm like, this is so fucking funny.
Are there any photos of you with the cutout?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I do
there
have
is.
one.
Okay, so we have to post.
Oh, we
one.
will post it.
But yeah, it's because, and we pose with it like a little creepy on purpose, I think too. So that's gonna be a really nice touch.
He's sitting with us on the couch.
Yeah.
And I have the photos of you putting it in my bed too.
Do you? Oh my god, I thought
Oh,
I
I
did that when
do.
you were at home, or did we like take?
I took a photo.
Was I like removing it? Did you like make me remove it? And is the picture of me taking it out of the bed?
No, it's me like taking a photo of what I came home to.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean of it in the bed?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't like putting
It's
it in.
not him.
Well, it's a cardboard cutout, like
Yeah.
me hauling
Under
his
the blanket.
body into
Right.
her bed. Like,
I have evidence.
You're like, it was just a cardboard cutout. And they're like, no, Kate.
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I'm telling you, I'm on a Grippy Zoc vacation
Right
right
now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys aren't real.
Right.
I'm just hallucinating and like aggressively medicated.
Right, yeah.
God, I wish.
I mean, there are worse.
We did
tapes.
just talk about our all-inclusive last week.
That's true.
Grippy sock all inclusive.
I don't know what sounds so bad about it. Free meals, free medication, no work. What's the downside other than me being a little bit in jail?
I don't think it's like free.
Who has to pay for it? Like family?
It depends.
Oh, like if it's like an involuntary hold and we can't afford it, like the state. But like if it's like
You're talking like a
voluntary-
fancy rehab.
Yeah.
That's different. We're
Oh,
talking.
I'm talking about a state institution.
yeah, we're not talking fancy.
That's where I want to be. I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, we don't really use that word anymore. But
Yeah. They don't exist anymore.
Well, yeah. So I guess that's my feral behavior. My not stalking case that could absolutely be classified as stalking if people got the wrong idea.
Retrospectively.
Yeah, in retrospect, if people had all the clues but none of the context.
No facts.
Right, exactly.
My
yeah.
aunties love that story. We love you.
But I remember telling your mom and your aunt this story at, I think we were at Brady's.
Yeah, we all went to, or it was the Beverly Hills Club or one of those.
Beverly Hills Grill.
Beverly Hills Grill.
Yeah, one of those.
But I remember telling the story and your mom was like, what? Just like so aghast, dying.
I know
Yeah.
exactly
Your
how
aunt
she
thought it
said
was
that
so
too.
funny. And I was like, yeah, that ship sailed. Sorry. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's not, I wouldn't want anyone to like hold me to the standard of who I was in college. Like,
This is a long
yikes.
time ago.
Yeah. But anyway, that was my feral behavior. Not an actual stalker, but not a lot of plausible deniability.
The stalking case that never was.
On that note, trash and treasure. What do we got, ladies?
So I have some treasure. I've been following this really funny guy on TikTok. He makes like medieval content, like religious medieval content. I think it's called The Greedy Peasant. So he's like, just like, he looks like a jester basically. And it's always just been funny. But recently I've noticed he started doing this like other bit where his outfits have like little sewn on like button snaps like all over the outfits. And then his thing is like snapping in like different designs and like silly shit. So he has like a hat that's covered in snaps and then he'll like snap different pom-poms on it and different like bells and whistle. And it's just the funniest, weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. And
You're making one?
I would love to. I don't know if he sells them. He has like a snap guide on his TikTok, snapping 101. And I'm like, this is so niche. And I love it. So he's like snapping his little halos like on his little hats. And
Amazing.
he's like, meanwhile, like he's pretending to be like the owner of the snap store and like, medieval times. And he's like, I've requested this halo for my grandmother's coronation or like something. It's so fucking funny and weird and niche. And I love him so much.
Send it over.
I will. Please follow him. Greedy Peasant. He's
We love
if I had more time,
Yeah.
I would do what this man is doing.
I love that.
I love him.
I can't wait to explore. I have a follow-up treasure. Hold on, I'm gonna look her up so I can cite her. But one of our listeners sent me this reel of this one being like, here's the time that I thought, or it was something like, here's like all the reasons that this guy I dated who said he was in the FBI, I suspected wasn't really in the FBI. It was something like that. I'll find her name and I'll give her a shout. And he was like, I saw this and I thought of your March Menaces. And I was like, he could have made the top 4, but no guaranteed win. Like,
It was a tough bracket.
it was a tough bracket with, honestly, in retrospect, a very expected ending.
Looking back, yeah.
Like, if we're being serious,
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
it was fun. It was about the journey, not the destination.
That's right.
So, anyway, the woman who made the pod, her name is Jenna Jean 8, is the one who shared it. So, I hope you got an answer.
We cheered what?
The TikTok about the guy being in the FBI.
Oh, okay.
Or the real, sorry. I'm a millennial. I'm mostly on Instagram.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, I have one brain cell.
No, same.
One single
There's-
one. I've lost the second one.
I might have two just like pinging into each other. But yeah, the people liked March Menace. Well, I remember your mom said about one of the menaces, one of my menaces. Didn't she say something about like she needs a real man?
Yeah, no. And I remember my mom was like, Brianna, he's just not the one for her.
She was right.
Yeah. And my mom very rarely comments.
No, and I've known your mom for so long, and she's like met like guy friends, boyfriends, like, but she had opinions about this one. You know what? She was right.
She was like, this is not it.
I mean, we all kind of knew, but what are you going to do? You can't tell someone to break up with their boyfriend who's like not abusive and terrible, I guess.
I mean, I can and I will.
No, I did ask a couple friends. I was like, if me and this one menace, like, if he and I had gotten engaged, which like I can't even like say that, it feels crazy, but like I was like, would you have said something? And a bunch of them were like, no. And my friend Kit was like, I might have. And I was like, yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
I might have after like, well, we lived together at some, because we lived together at some
You guys
point.
lived together a lot throughout the
we
years.
lived together
A
like
long time,
multiple
on and off,
different times. So like
through many men,
yeah, through many men. This could be anyone.
many menaces, many cardboard cutouts.
But yeah, I just remember like witnessing it. I was like, I don't know if this is going in the correct direction.
Correct direction.
We all grow, we
Love
learn,
that.
and we all make content.
That's right. I don't know if I have any trash or treasure this week. Oh, my treasure has been I've recently gotten into Sudoku.
Oh, I love Sudoku.
I've just like never been a big like, I don't know, I just like never really saw the like joy in it.
But you're in your puzzle era, I feel.
I'm in my puzzle era, that's very true. But I bought like a little pocket Sudoku book.
I love that.
I was at a Barnes and Noble recently, and I hadn't been to like a real bookstore in a long time. Not a real bookstore, but like a big bookstore like that. I've been in more like little,
Like
cute,
local stuff.
yeah, more local stuff. But I had
They have Legos there last time I went when I
they
bought
have, like,
Legos.
there's toys.
No
Yeah,
books,
I
I bought
know,
Legos.
I hate when like I go to a bookstore and it's just full of like toys and crap.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. But they had it's also like, it kind of reminded me when I was a kid and I used to go to Borders and I'd be like, ooh, time. You know what I mean? It's just kind of
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun.
I don't dislike Barnes and Noble, to be clear, but there's a big bookstore not too far from you that is like 50% toys. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. But I got this it's a pen and it's a black cat little cap and it's an erasable pen.
Ooh.
So it's like perfect for Sudoku because if I fuck it up, which I do often, I can just erase it.
Yeah, and pencils. Like
I hate pencil.
No.
I don't like the
hate
way it
writing with
feels.
pencil. No, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
There is no pencil. And like,
none of us are like architects. We're not like solving equations.
no,
Like,
and like the thing that drives me nuts is so Dale loves mechanical pencils. Like he's a mechanical pencil person.
For what? What does he write in pencil with? Like for?
Just like normal. Just normal stuff.
that's weird.
He just likes a mechanical pencil.
Wow.
That ain't right.
But
Wrong.
like there is nothing
Ain't right.
that drives me like that just like puts me into a like ADHD rage when you're writing and that mechanical pencil like lead tip just snaps.
Oh my god! And then it gets all over your paper, and then
I am
smears.
like it just immediately throws me into a bad mood. So I just can't use mechanical pencils because I'm just
Because we're not in the
can't-
5th grade.
I can't regulate my emotions well enough to use a mechanical pencil.
like, what are you doing? Like, get a pen.
Oh, he loves pens too.
Be a man, get a pen.
Yeah.
But he uses both.
I just feel like you only should be using a pencil if you're doing like math,
Yeah.
which we're not
100%.
doing in our elder age.
I truly blocked so much math out. Like, you don't even know like the stress it caused me. Like,
All I remember is ice cream scoops, and like if you didn't do your math fast enough, you wouldn't get a scoop. And so like you guys didn't have the ice cream
Like
scoops?
real ice cream?
No, like laminated.
Oh,
like,
it was like a
paper.
like
Yeah,
a-
so like
okay.
you would. I think we'd have a test. Like you would have a test, and if you didn't finish it or whatever, if you did finish it, you would get a scoop. Then everyone had a cone, and it was just like you would get a scoop every time you finished your test. So like if you fucking sucked at math, you have like this little ice cream cone with no scoops, and like everyone had one. It was so traumatizing.
oh, I would have never even gotten a cone. Like,
They're like, that one doesn't need the cone.
That's what I mean. And it was a timed test, and like with ADHD, like you just need a little bit more time. I can do it, but it's just more time.
My thing was I always struggled to show my work. I was always like, I can get the answer, but I always had a hard time like showing my work in math.
you couldn't always get the answer. You were always getting the right answers in math.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just
Oh.
saying like I could sometimes get the answer without showing my work.
I guess.
And then no, it was just like
I'm trying to
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't get what you're saying.
I'm not talking about like and subtraction. I'm talking about like more like algebra style
Oh,
things.
I never could even like do that.
You know, what's a funny story is with my cousin Saga with the cardboard. Do you remember that guy, the plumber or whatever, helping us with my math homework?
Oh yeah,
Because he was like, I don't know. He
was
like
good at
knew math.
math.
And we were
Yeah.
talking about how much we've sucked at math, and he was like, I can help you. And I'm like, okay.
Wait, you got math lessons from the plumber?
The plumber that we horrified with our cardboard cutout of my cousin.
This man probably he like was just expecting to do a normal
What
job.
a day for this man.
He met some freaks.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I gotta
He's
tell you
like,
guys about my
"God, that
last
house."
job.
I hope he's talking about us somewhere
There was a
to
weird
someone.
cardboard cutout in the basement, then I had to help this girl with her math homework.
Also, I was like in my later 20s doing this, and he's like, I don't know what's going on in this house, but it ain't rad. He's like, he's illiterate elders.
I hated math so much. And like, I'm sure if it was like taught to me differently or like whatever, I could probably grasp it. I remember I had a tutor for a while. And like, once I really like sat down and dug in and spent like hours on it, I could kind of get it. And I kind of understood. But like,
I really don't want to talk about math anymore.
Oh, it is
Can
so
we
bad.
please move
Well,
on?
Sudoku is not math,
No,
but I will
want
say
to
I'm really
die.
enjoying.
No, it makes me, I'm like sweating.
Me too.
God, you guys, we don't even use math day to day anymore in our
Exactly.
job.
And so I haven't thought about it in a while and I don't feel good. I
No,
don't like this.
It's so bad. And just like,
She said number 2 pencil and I'm like,
I know, same. I was like, why
No,
don't I
not
use
number
a
2 pencil, mechanical
Oh,
pencils.
I'm sure. I don't even care. It
I don't
just
care.
reminds me
I don't
of
care
math.
what kind of pencil.
And again, I would go from like, you know, like an honors English class that I felt so easy to me to like remedial math and just being like, I will never understand this. Yeah.
I don't have any other trash treasure, just that I'm really enjoying my physical Sudoku book. And it's been a nice like way to get away from my phone.
Not be on your phone. Yeah, that's so smart.
Well, one of the things that I was doing is like, I'm on Instagram or like social media too much. And I was like, okay, I'll download some like puzzle games. And then I was like, I'm still
You're
on
still
my
on your
fucking
phone.
phone. So the Sudoku book has really gotten me to like be a bit more present and like be able to like challenge my brain and be like engaged.
But not like that.
Not like that.
Immediate gratification that a phone gives. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I highly recommend if you're looking for like a way to get away from your phone, try a physical, tangible puzzle book. It's been really, really fun. And like I'm in the hard section of the book.
Nice.
And
Smart girl.
I know. I mean, I don't finish. I finish as many as I can. Some of them I just have to walk away from because I've erased like 8 times. I'm like, I can't fucking figure it out.
See, this is why you hate big bags, but big bags, I sometimes,
Yeah.
if I'm running errands, if I like, I'm going somewhere where I know I'm going to be like in line or whatever, like if I can, I'll bring my book with me. And if I have a big bag, you can just carry it around.
Wait a minute.
Carry your books anywhere.
You read something in line?
Well, like if I'm at if like the doctor's office is what I'm talking about, or you know, if I'm sitting somewhere and I like,
Okay, not like in
I'm
like
picturing
no,
you
not
standing
like
in
the
the
grocery
Costco
store.
line
like
and
a
I'm like,
girl at the Costco line reading a
you
book.
can't wait
Oh.
5 minutes. You have to read
No.
in this moment.
No, it's not like that. I just mean like if I'm, you know,
She's our reader. She's such a good reader.
Like that is commitment.
I'm not like other girls. I just
Right.
love to read. Like,
I would whack that book out of your hands so fast if I saw that. I'm like, you loser.
no, I'm talking.
Bully Blaze.
Yeah.
I went to an urgent care like not too long ago,
Okay.
and I brought my book with me because like,
Acceptable.
yeah,
that's
exactly.
normal.
You said in a line and my brain went literal.
No, you know what wasn't fucking acceptable though? Trash. You have treasure. I have trash. People who fucking sit on their phone at full volume, like scrolling and shit. I'm like, or people
Yep.
who like talk on like FaceTime in public. I'm like,
This isn't
What?
your home.
what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we live in a society. I'm sorry, like barring some sort of emergency or some sort of like, I don't know, like
They're annoying. People act like they're in their
It's
fucking
insane.
living room.
I couldn't believe it. I would never have some guy when I was again like in this waiting room like with my book. 2 people were on their phones. Like one guy was watching YouTube, another guy was watching like TikTok. I was like, "What is wrong with you?
Put
Do
your
you have no
headphones in.
shame? Bring back shame."
I was just at the dentist. Some lady, she was doing that and like chewing gum, but like snapping it. You know, that horrible. And I'm like, I already hate the dentist. Like, this is going to send me into orbit. Like, I have to leave. I have to leave.
Also, chewing gum at the dentist is like a very
That's a
bold
crazy
move.
thing.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Sugar-free gum. I feel like if it's mint sugar-free, justified. But like even so, you're not really. You're supposed to just like brush your teeth and go.
I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here. Have some respect for other people's ears.
Crazy.
Read a book.
Read a book in line.
Yeah, do a puzzle.
Do a puzzle. But yeah, so 10 out of 10 would recommend getting a puzzle book for those of you that are phone addicted like me.
Yeah, and get off your goddamn phone in waiting rooms.
That's right.
Please.
Yeah, and just like I don't know. Don't you want to be off your phone?
They don't.
Like I yearn for the times that I don't have to be on my phone. You know what I mean? Like
It is horrible. Like, every time we go to a restaurant, someone is FaceTiming someone, like, trying to be at the table that's not there. And I'm like,
Oh,
what
don't
is
love that.
happening?
stop.
This isn't happening
You know
to
what?
either of you?
Get a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, get a fucking cardboard cutout.
Highly recommend.
all the
That is
problems.
the solution here.
Yeah, and like, why would you want to be on like the person on the phone? You know
That's
what I mean?
what I don't understand.
Okay,
You're
wait.
at the restaurant. You're not able to eat the food. You're just like there. You can't hear anything. You can't like interject. You can't like talk. Like
That is my mother-in-law and Harrison are constantly on FaceTime. Now, in our own home, to be fair.
I'm like, where are you going with this?
No. But it is, it is like, I don't know how she does it. Like, she's just like, she doesn't care what he's doing in the background. She doesn't care, like, if he's actually paying attention to her. She'll just, like, be in the room with him and, like, hanging out with him like she's in the room. I could never do that. But, like,
Every time I've been on FaceTime, it's been against my will. I'm not a FaceTimer. I don't like it.
you don't like to turn your camera on at work either, do you?
I certainly don't. And I'll say it. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right. You don't need to see me.
When I'm at home, I am a goblin. Like, I don't dress up to sit at my desk. Like, it ain't happening.
Well, and I feel like with FaceTime, like if I'm on FaceTime, it's usually because a parent demanded it, or once in a blue moon, I'm like catching up with someone. But even so, that's kind of a pain because usually when I'm on the phone, I'm doing other stuff too.
I just think it's so egregious to like sit at a restaurant table and like have someone on
that's
FaceTime.
a rough ass.
And that we have experienced almost every time we've gone out to eat recently.
I can't believe that. That's
crazy.
Unbelievable.
So it's just unenjoyable.
I wouldn't want to like honor that request either. If you were like, can I come to the restaurant and like be like, not that you would do this, but like, you know what I mean?
I would never.
Yeah. The you know,
if I'm not there, it's because I don't want to be there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you were like, can I like, you know, be on FaceTime at the restaurant with you? I'd be like, no.
Yeah, no.
Like, sorry, we'll call you after dinner. Like, also one of the nicest parts about going out to dinner is that you don't have to be on your fucking phone.
Oh yeah, not anymore.
Bring back shame.
Bring back shame.
Bring back shame, honestly.
That should really be like our logo lockup. Something feral. Bring back shame.
Yeah. Shame for the right. Like
That's our slogan.
we're using shame incorrectly and we need to start channeling it differently.
The problem is if I were to call them out, like I'm just like a Karen, you know?
Right,
Even though
like,
they are committing an egregious crime.
And do you want to like waste your evening like yelling at these freaks? Like, no.
I don't.
And what is it
They're not
really
gonna
gonna
stop.
do?
What are they gonna be like? Oh, you know what? You're right. I should be present right now. Thank you for reminding me.
100%.
Like,
that is not the reaction I'm gonna get.
Right.
No, yeah.
So I'm just gonna stare at them horribly, and it never works. But
I'm not above an eye roll.
You do love a good eye roll.
I do. And one of my exes used to really hate it.
Yeah.
Really hate it.
You do, but like you would do a really like, and I mean this as a compliment. Your eye rolls are like they're intense. Like you give like a really like.
you mean it.
Put my face into it.
Yeah, you put your whole body into it, but it's really your whole face. Like you really are a champion at an eye roll.
Wow, thank you. You know, I just feel like it can convey so much.
Yeah, no, you like it's really one of your like repertoire items.
Oh, I didn't even realize it. That's so funny.
It gives shame. It gives disrespect.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. It gives all the good things.
My parents used to obviously, when I was a kid, I would get in big trouble if I rolled my eyes at my parents. Like, of course, right? But
that and hanging up the phone.
Slamming doors.
Not good.
I was always in trouble for slamming my door.
And that's why you got your door taken away.
I did.
You thought that only happened in movies. Nope.
At least you didn't get like Ruby Frankied and like lose your bedroom.
Catherine, here's a beanbag. No. Well, also like the door thing, like it never lasted because like I would just blast music and I'd be like, sorry, I don't have a door. And like I'd change like in front of the door and just be like, oh, I don't have any privacy. What do you want me to do? Like, I was a menace. And, like, if I lost my door, like, they suffered too. Like, I made sure of it. And I remember there was one time when I was, like, gosh, I was probably, like, 12. And my dad had took off the door, but he left the screws, like, the bolts. And I had, like, a brief window. He and my mom both, like, went somewhere, were downstairs or something. And I was like, Dr. Panda, like, come on, I need your help. I was like, I know I can like put this door back on the hinges if
hard.
She helps me. And we did. And I remember my dad went to like tuck me in. I was like reading before bed. And I remember my dad like just must have forgot, like opened my door, like walked in the room. And I just like, I remember like sitting in my bed being like, notice anything different? And he took the door off and like hid the hinges. Right. But it was so worth it. Like my 12-year-old self just being like,
he probably like wanted to be so mad, but he's like, wow, like my daughter can use a screwdriver. Like, I'm pretty proud.
He was probably just so annoyed. Like, imagine now I got to take the door off again and move the hinges.
Okay, we need to know. You need to ask your dad.
I doubt he
proud or
remembers.
pissed?
Proud or pissed?
Proud or pissed? Honestly, like that could be a whole segment just for me. Like literally,
our
just
new segment.
For me.
Proud or pissed?
We call my parents.
Yeah.
Plot twist: they always say pissed.
Right.
I don't know. I doubt he even remembers that, honestly. My door was taken off more than once.
Yeah. But that's a pretty ballsy move.
Putting it back on?
Yeah.
Oh, I felt so good. Yeah. And again, like the Dr. Panda and I could do it together. Like,
I wouldn't have said anything though.
Teamwork,
no,
initiative.
I mean, that's what everyone says. Everyone's like, I wouldn't have said anything, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, I was 12. Like, what was I going to do? Like, let it slide? No, I had to have, like, and I knew when I said.
That's what it was about.
I knew when I said something that door was getting taken off again, but I didn't care. That's not what it was about.
You wanted him to know you put it back on.
Exactly.
That's
and
right.
I
Yourself.
I wanted to see his reaction when I said it. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
Fun stuff.
Should, on that note, speaking of angsty teens,
Sure.
should we jump into a letter?
Let's do it.
Okay. I'll be reading the letter this evening because it's in pencil.
Boo.
Do we have backstory?
I've marked this as a breakup, but I read it quickly.
So it's a surprise.
R.I.P. Edward and Bella.
Another breakup.
Broken up once again.
Hey, baby. I don't want to be your backup. Seriously, if things work out tomorrow with me and Emmett, then I'll be with him. I wanted to be with you. I love you so much. I honestly still do. I know that you don't love me anymore. You just like me. If you really still cared and did want to get back together and wanted to try anything again, you could have me back so easily.
Oh, come on.
Do you notice that I'm wearing that shirt you bought me? Probably not. I'm excited about my little triple date this Saturday, but I'm sure you're going out though too, so I don't care. Yeah, I want you back, but I'm trying to move on exactly like you did. I miss you so much, but I also like Emmett a lot too. We could have tried something when you and that slut broke up, but no, you were still confused. You know her and her ex from that school? They were always sleeping together. What a whore. But Eddie, things could have worked out, but I do not want to be your backup. I wake up in the middle of the night every night crying or worried because I had a crazy dream about you. I really needed you, but now I don't know. I gotta fly. Love you. Bye. Bella.
The whiplash.
Yeah, wait. So she would take him back immediately, but she won't be his backup.
Correct.
Yeah, I won't be your backup, but
If you want me to,
are
yeah.
interested in me at all, I will drop everything for you.
This is very clearly to me like a high school girl way of being like, oh, I want you to know that I would be kind of into you if you wanted me, but like I'm still independent and like don't need you. But it's very poorly executed.
Yeah, you can't say both. You have to say one.
Right,
And
yeah.
feel the other.
And also, nothing says I don't care like writing a whole ass pencil letter and hand delivering it to your ex-boyfriend in college.
Oh, this one also, it's Edward on the front and it's got a little like 2 pieces of a heart, but they're separated.
God, this is gonna sound so mean because like I know there are so many couples that like, you know, one goes to college and they date and they make it work and like, but like, don't you remember like in college, like there'd always be someone who was like dealing with like a significant other from back home and it was always just kind of a pain in the ass, at least in my experience. Like I'm sure there were so many happy couples, but like maybe, but like I feel like there was always someone dealing with a significant other from back home and there was always some like, you don't like me and spend time with me. Why don't you want to come home? It's like, because they're in college and they don't want to like go back to their hometown to hang out with like some guy or girl in high school. Like, what do you mean? And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just like a hater. One of our friends brought this up when we were at dinner recently, how I told one of the menaces actually. She was like, oh yeah, when you guys are like together next year. And I was like, I'm going to college. Like, I'm not like dating my high school boyfriend in college. Like,
I broke up with mine. I was like, this ain't right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, to each their own. Again, exception's not the rule. But like, again, it always seemed like when someone had like a boyfriend or a girlfriend back home, they were a pain in the ass. This person was annoying when they were like dealing with it. And then they'd break up and be like free and fun again. You know, like it was just like time to cut the cord.
Also, like it's hard to be in a relationship with someone who's still in high school.
Exactly. Like you're growing, you're like living this independent life and like you have to deal with their high school shit still.
It's such a different step. It's a year, but like your life is so different.
So different
than it
Yeah,
was.
the level of independence is crazy when you really think about it.
And like it should be like you should be doing something new, meeting new people, like experiencing new things. Like what a waste to like be going back to your hometown every weekend to hang out with your high school significant other who like can't let go.
Right. And
Sorry, I really sound so mean, but like
I mean,
right.
we all know he didn't end up with her, so.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, unclear what she's doing. Wish her well. I also find it very interesting that she, in this letter, called another girl a slut for sleeping with her boyfriend, but also said, I would get teen pregnant with you in another letter. Like, well, let's ease up on the judgment.
In some other letters, and I don't know if we'll read some of, like, all of them, but some of the letters have some, like, inappropriate commentary.
I don't want to.
We're not going to read those, right? We've
I don't want to
agreed.
hear about teens touching each other.
But one of the like one of the overarching themes in some of the letters is like her also calling her. She's like, "Oh, I feel like such a slut for like kissing you," and it's like, like there's definitely a level of like
There's way sluttier activities
there's
than
like some
that.
purity culture happening in
For
these
sure.
letters.
Yeah, look at my my diaries from high school.
Yours are bad with that shit.
wild. And like
Guilt for thoughts.
Yeah, right.
literally
That's like very Catholic of you.
Yeah.
you know what, like the generational trauma, you know, like it's
you can't escape it.
which is so funny because I let that go a few years later.
Right.
Like, boy,
In
oh boy.
college.
Senior college, like guilt, not on my radar. Not
No.
in that, not about that subject.
Not about that, no.
You were the most fun.
I was, you know what? I was fun and I was free. I was not being tied down by some high school freak. I'll tell you that.
God.
Damn straight. What would Jasper have to say about that high school girlfriend?
Just, I don't understand why a woman would even consider pursuing an education unless she was going to support her man. But I just see it as a colossal waste for a woman to be pursuing activities outside the home. That is not for a delicate lady. Like Jasper would have hated me. Like we would have fought
He
to
would
the
have
death.
burned you at the stake
No.
for being literate.
We would have fought to the death,
For being a big reader.
and I would have won. Like
Well, not vampire Jasper.
no, pre-vampire.
Pre-vampire
Like, whiny Confederate Nepo baby bitch Jasper.
Right, yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so full of rage. Like, if I lost that fight, it's because I went down absolutely swinging. Like, he does not have eyes. You know what I mean? Like I may have lost, but not without like
Ew.
really fucking him up.
I was gonna choke.
Fuck.
Oh, sorry.
What did you just do?
No, I took my last swig and she said, I'm taking out eyes.
For the union.
And I was gonna laugh and I didn't want to spit it out and like all over, so I spit it into my cup. I'm sorry.
My God. Now we have camera and
It was off camera.
We
Sorry,
said that
not
about the chewing.
now we have to worry about visuals.
I know, we learned our lesson there.
No spitting liquid back into your cup while we're filming.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard one for me.
You know,
That's
this is
tough.
something feral. You know, what can we
That's
do?
right. I just had a feral behavior and that's okay.
Clawing out eyes and spitting in cups.
That's right. That's right.
God, I missed him.
I don't know. I'd have to get a little sillier to really bring him back.
It's too bad Jasper wasn't one of the menaces. We should have just thrown him in for fun.
How? I mean, you can't like Nepo baby Confederate general. They don't win every time. They're losers every time. But like,
In the March Menace bracket.
right?
losers
They are,
every time.
king of the menaces.
Because he did end up changing his ways. The menace that
Unclear.
was crucified, I think he was the same.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, hopefully for the sake of like humanity, he's changed, but I don't care. Like I don't.
Mine sure
I
haven't.
care, but bleh.
We can't worry about them.
On that note, we'll jump into Feral Trash Night and we'll do our little rundown. We actually did get a chance to watch last week during Feral Trash Night where Kate bought our fancy salad.
It wasn't that fancy, but Maverick did make me a salad.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was great.
It wasn't a huge bowl.
It wasn't a
did.
huge bowl.
I didn't bring a bowl this time.
Jeff was like, "What's up with that bowl?
You brought
What's
another
in there?"
salad?
Yeah.
I saw the bag of lettuce.
That's all a salad is a bag
She's
of
been
lettuce.
wanting a salad for 10 weeks and she hasn't gotten one.
I mean, I've been eating them outside of Tuesdays, but now I get to have them on Tuesdays too.
Ugh. We watched the Hailey Bieber documentary.
Yeah.
That's generous.
We are convinced. I would say I would agree with Blaze. There were a few things that's like,
Totally.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
just kind of coincidental.
Of
but like
course.
for me, it was the cooking show.
The tattoo and the cooking show.
Yeah, the tattoos and the cooking show. That is a hard thing to miss.
And when we
Yeah.
say cooking show, I don't know if we mentioned details, but Selena came out with a cooking show and had her grandma in it, and she was making like a specific dish, and Hailey made the same show with her grandmother cooking the same dish and filmed in the exact same angle.
Yeah, it's really weird because like the vibe of Selena's show is like, oh, you're in my home.
Authentic.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
she's like not a really good cook. She's like learning with
Right,
people is kind of
exactly.
the premise.
and then Hailey Bieber show is also like, oh, we're in the like house. But what to me what made it even more suspicious.
The same
and-
dish.
Yeah,
Her
but,
grandma
like,
coming in.
yeah, and they called her grandmas the same thing. But like, what made it like really like is that Selena's show like went on for a while. I think it's
5
still
seasons or
on.
something.
Yeah, it's like a real legitimate
might
show. Hailey Bieber only did that thing for like 4 or 5 episodes.
It was a couple episodes, yeah.
It was like a couple episodes.
Because it wasn't her own.
Right, because it wasn't her concept. It wasn't real. It wasn't genuine.
No.
And here's the thing, like this, again, I said this last time, and this is kind of like piggybacking off of that. Like some people have too much money. And like when you have too much money and like you're too famous, it's very easy to surround yourself with yes people.
Yeah.
Like if one of you was like, my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend has a cooking show, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a cooking show. And you know what I'm going to do? Have my grandma on just like her. And like, I'd be like, you know what? Like, I don't think that you should do that. Yeah. I think that is a bad idea and weird and desperate. And like, you should go do something else. You have all these resources, all this time. You're not going to school. Like, just,
what are you doing?
Do anything else. And like,
maybe a little stint in jail for the creepiness.
Do anything but this. And when people are like that rich and surround themselves with yes people, that's like what they hear. And like, getting bad advice. Those are not good friends. Your friends who let you do that are not good friends.
Yep, that's
and
right.
And like the tattoo, man.
The tattoo did it for me. That's what Hollywood is, though. It's just a bunch of fake people copying each other and being creepy.
And like, again, there's only so many of them. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I heard someone say once, like, people in Hollywood, like, it's just like townies. Like, they're just like in a really small town. Like, they're doing townie shit.
They're doing a townie shit.
That is so
accurate.
I love that. Yeah.
Townie.
I love that.
Townie shit.
Townie shit.
Man, that's a good one. It just...
Because it's, I mean, that's, yeah.
It's true. There's only so many people who are that rich and famous. Like, there's really not that many.
They've lost the plot.
They've lost the plot. There's only so many that are in the same, like, general age range as you to, like, even narrow it further.
Yeah.
You can't be getting the same tattoo as your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend and nobody's going to notice. You can't do that.
That is too
There's
ridiculous.
Evidence.
Right.
Like, yeah, and it's the pictures of your photos, like the pictures of your tattoos that are the same as theirs.
You can't do that.
Well, it's also, I think, obviously there's her like stalking Justin to be with Justin, right? There's that piece of it. And then there's the secondary piece of it that's like, she's
stalking Selena.
Stalking and like replicating Selena.
Which might be worse.
But what's really interesting, I think a lot of the Selena stuff is also very much like business related as well. Like she has that like road beauty brand. Then there's the cooking show. Like the way she's trying to monetize herself is very similar.
Minus singing.
Well, yeah, but you can't,
She's just pretty, She's just pretty.
And rich.
That's all. Pretty and rich.
Pretty and rich.
That's all she is. Sorry.
I'm sure she's nice, like whatever.
Allegedly.
Like
Allegedly.
This is all alleged. We know nothing. We don't
know
these
nothing,
people.
nor do we care.
I'm sure you're very happy.
I'm not. Like this is why
she's probably thrilled. She got everything she wanted, technically.
I don't know, man. Like I guess like when you're that high off like the chase and like the like what happens now when you're like married and you have a baby with this guy and that you just do that forever.
Him.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. This is
the
very
challenge.
Keeping yourself relevant and keeping.
Kate's like, I can't relate.
No, I don't.
It's like I would never put that much energy into a relationship.
No,
Same.
I'm obsessed with him and he's not obsessed with me. Oh no.
I don't think I could like fake a personality. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could like.
None of us could.
Right. Like, I couldn't like pretend to be.
We're not like other girls. We're worse.
We're worse. Yeah. Like other girls would probably be like more like polite and like tactful and like, maybe they could keep this up for longer. Like, couldn't
not
be
I.
me. Yeah. No, couldn't be me. Like, how exhausting. For what? For this dude?
No thanks.
For this like former pop star? Yeah, for some guy. And she doesn't even need his money. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't even like about money. Like, she doesn't need his money.
Prayers though, apparently.
Okay, well, I'm busy asking God to keep Pipa alive.
That's right.
No, I'm not. I can't lie to you like that.
I know. It's okay. So Kate had her salad for Feral Trash Night last week. Blaze had her pre-made food, so I was left without a meal.
We didn't get that wild.
No, wait, we didn't get wild. But Blaze very graciously made me
a bowl of cheese.
A bowl of melted cheese.
Well, I actually found that queso was hidden behind Kate's bowl. We have some queso.
Oh, so it was your fault.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I found the queso that I thought I had. There's not that much left, but you can have it tonight also.
No thanks.
You're saying no to that cheese? Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
It's funny because like we would normally just get DoorDash, but like the fact that we had meals, you didn't want to get the DoorDash.
I know. I felt weird doing
Why?
it. I don't know. I like DoorDashing for one meal just feels excessive.
DoorDash, I mean, unless probably 80% of the time DoorDashing is excessive.
It always is, but that's what we did.
I don't feel that way, but I also grew up in a household that did a lot of takeout.
I did not. I mean, my mom liked to cook and was a very good cook, but like I mean, I don't know. Like, it's so
takeout
expensive.
was rare for us.
I feel like
too. Yeah,
DoorDashing
really rare.
for 3 people in my home, I don't feel as bad about.
I get what you mean, because
No.
it's expensive, like, you gotta pay for, like, the trip anyway, you know, like, the dashing fee. I get it.
And for me,
One
like,
dish feels excessive.
but
Yeah.
I like as someone who lived alone, like what am I gonna
Yeah.
get DoorDash extra food to make myself feel less bad? Like
No, I'm not saying that. I just mean like in a
no, I
situation
know you're not, but I
where
don't think you should like feel that weird about it.
I just didn't want to do it. So
Yeah, no,
Because I'm
that's also
probably never
fair.
gonna get takeout, like, for a while. Because Jeff makes all my food.
So I will now, since you're bringing your own food, we'll bring my own food moving forward.
We should still do snacks. We can talk more. That queso, I haven't had any in a really long time. I'd like
it's
to
so
have
good.
Yeah,
a
we can have, like, nights where we want to do takeout. I'm just saying, like, Jeff makes beautiful meals every
That's
night.
fine.
So I
would
eat
have
them.
just preferred a heads up for both of you if you were bringing meals again.
I wasn't really
That's all I'm
planning on it.
asking.
Maverick
Me
just, like,
neither.
made it for me because he's so sweet and wonderful.
No, tonight, I mean.
Oh, well, I mean, we can.
You know what? I'm feeling McDonald's, so we can go to the McDonald's if you'd like.
I can do that.
She's like,
I know
okay,
you can.
okay, thank you.
I could fuck with an apple pie. But what? They're good.
Maybe. I've only had the funfetti ones.
Oh, that was,
Oh, holiday pie.
I'm embarrassed to say we're good.
Stop.
They were
We
not
can't do
good.
it. We're not doing it.
that was bad. It was wrong. Anyway, I found God, I gotta find my journals because I remember writing journal entries about.
Is there a reason you can't find the journals? You know where they are.
Yeah,
Have you not
keep
looked?
talking about them.
No, because
I
like,
would like you to look for them at this point.
We can come help.
okay, yeah, I think I do. Okay, so Maverick and I have been like redoing certain things in the house and like moving a lot around, and like specifically our books. Like,
So you think they're in your home?
they are, I'm pretty sure, and they're in a box. Like, but we have like boxes of our books because again, we're getting bookshelves built.
So
And
what
like,
I'm hearing.
So you haven't looked.
no, they're in a box in my home. I have so many boxes in my home. So yeah, I haven't embarked on the journey of finding
Why
all of
not?
them. I guess I don't have an answer for
I mean,
that.
I went through and sorted the letters.
Okay, well, I guess
Do you have
I
any?
can-
Do you have any teenage letters I had to read through to sort that?
I don't think it felt like a chore. I think you enjoyed it.
I don't think that's the
I'm gonna
point.
say, I think you loved
I
it.
still did it.
I'm not judging. I'm saying I would have felt the same way. So yes, I will put in an effort to find the journals. They're actually, I think I know where they are.
I think you know where they are. You just gotta open the box.
I'm not hiding them. You've both read them before. Like,
I've never read them.
really?
I don't think so.
They've been read to me.
Yes. You requested
like
that.
a bedtime story.
Mhm. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, look, find the diaries, please.
Well, because you want them to be read in like my middle school voice. Like, I need to like read them the way I like was
You need
writing
to like
them.
put a like.
She put on a show for me.
You need to
And-
put like a mouth guard in when
Oh,
you're reading
find
it.
my
That'll
retainer
like
and be
yeah,
like-
find your retainer. Like really slap them.
Dear journal, today the craziest thing happened. I watched the OC because like nothing crazy was happening to me at 12.
Woof. 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 Woof.
Anyway, what else do we got?
I mean, what are our plans for tonight?
Well, I'm
Salad.
a little toasted and I would like some McDonald's, but I cannot drive.
I can drive.
Please drive me to the McDonald's.
I can drive.
Travis to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'll drive everybody to McDonald's. I would be happy to do so.
I fear I am toasted.
Good girl.
You live here?
Am I the only one drinking this? Where's yours is full. I filled mine up like 3 times already.
Well, I drove here.
Oh. Oops. Sorry.
yes, she touched the mic.
Ah!
No.
Nice.
Fuck off.
That's right.
What do we do to end this show? I don't remember.
You know. You know.
You know.
Bring it home.
Oh.
Stop twisting in your chair. I'm gonna start yelling at you now.
Oh, because now we have
Ooh,
visual.
wow.
The chairs have turned.
How the chairs have turned.
Blaze isn't allowed to have a spinny chair because she abuses it, just like you abuse snacks.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to take your spinny chair away like you took our gummies away.
That's right.
Deserved it. Okay, that's our show. You can find us at somethingferalpod at Gmail and on TikTok and not Instagram. Instagram is something feral FTN. This is why probably no one's going to email us because they don't trust that I'm saying the right word.
No, you say it so slowly and clearly.
Yeah.
They can really hear it.
You take so much time
And care.
and care.
God help me out. My 2 brain cells are trying so
You
You're
did it.
doing
You
great.
did it.
You're doing great.
You got it.
Google us on YouTube. I don't know.
Google us on YouTube. That's right, kids.
Our pod is on YouTube, yes. For people that are YouTubers. I don't know that we have any, but anyway, we're off to get feral. See you next week. Oh God, help me.